The finale is finally here, as your Thunderclap Titans are going up against our good friend and brother and eternal rival, and someone who we are facing for the third time now in finals, being Mr. Joseph Fontaine Jacob Aim MD Anthony. Honestly, life works in really funny ways. We're very tired, but we're doing what we can, and I just hope that, we end up pulling out a good show and hopefully coming out with a championship. But if not, I did my best, I got no regrets, and without further ado, let us see exactly what he brought. Right, so by the looks of his team, he pretty much brought a great portion of what I expected him to, with the exception of axing his Latios for his Empoleon. I honestly thought that he would potentially choose to forego the Empoleon for that Latios of his, considering his defensive backbone, but I'm assuming based on how our last match went, he feels it to be far too big of an upside to pass out on this time around, which is completely fair, to be completely honest. But yeah, I think as far as my leads go, I am just going to do the same as I did before in terms of leading off with my Rex, because getting the transformation off turn 1 is just far too big of an upside to pass out on, and I don't particularly know how he punishes that, but also I genuinely see my Glamora putting in an insane amount of work. So yeah, with that being said, there's nothing left for me to say other than have fun to you, my brother. I love you. Right, so he does lead off with his Nez the Iron Valiant, and that's a very good start for him, honestly. That is a very, very good start for him, all things considered, because he... how do I punish that, right? Come on, we're communicating. Everything good, bro? Oh my god, even with the game, it's getting delayed. What's happening? How do we escape this curse? You got me, brother. Right, so he's gonna lead off with his Nez the Iron Valiant as I lead off with my baby Rex. As turn 1, you know what, bro? As great of a Pokemon as this can be, I can't say I care. I can't say I care that much at this point. Don't Moonblast me, please. I mean, surely you shouldn't Moonblast, right? Oh yeah, he goes for a close combat. Can I get a... Are you serious? Come on, I gotta get a static for that shit. Give me... I didn't get a static for that shit, did I? I didn't get a static for it, did I? Yeah, okay, I got a static for that. Okay, so... that was not how I wanted to start this game off, but here we are now, right? It's not live for what it's worth, so I'm assuming it's Choice Bandit or whatever. 13%. Yeah, this thing is Bandit AF. Regardless, I am just gonna pretty much just go for a Roost here, to be honest. Yeah, he's gonna swap out. Cool. Alright, so turn 1, we did get some really good initiative in the sense of, paralyzing this thing, as out comes a Bounce Man, which is obviously very, very unfortunate for sure. However, I am not particularly sweating it too much in the grand scheme of things, because A, I was able to revive my Pandy's health, and B, with me knowing exactly what your Iron Valiant is, I don't particularly have much to fear about in the grand scheme of things. Regardless, I do want to force a terrestrialization on him or whatever have you. So I think he's just gonna go for a Volt Switch regardless. Alternatively, you could just go for a Toxic or whatever have you. But if I go on my Glimmer, that just gives him a free switch into his Badman the Landorus, which could be fine, but also I don't necessarily want to take a Blunt Force Earth Power to the face. So I'm just gonna go on my Maui, expecting him to go for a Volt Switch or whatever have you. I feel like that makes a lot of sense right now. So here we are now. If he also misses his Toxic as well, that would be great, but obviously I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna assume that to be the case, as he's gonna go for a Volt Switch like I expected him to. And this is, I would argue, fine, because his team is kinda sucky in terms of how it handles my Pokemon that I forgot his name of. Okay, so out comes the Skyla. That is fine, but also, so knowing his team, I'm gonna go out into my Glimmer here, and I'm gonna go for a Toxic. If I can do that, that would be really nice, because he kinda can defend against that, period, honestly. So that is something I very much like. Comment, subscribe to on YouTube, as you're gonna go for a Parting Shot, but the Clear Amulet is going to block you. Yes sir, yes sir. As right now, what is gonna happen is me going for the freest of Toxics in my life, and I will be able to be somewhat moving from here. Yes, somewhat moving, as he is gonna be forced to swap out. I'm gonna assume he is gonna go out into his Empoleon Lover 5000. Yep, he is going to do that. But now I'm gonna be able to put him on a timer courtesy of my Corrosion, which is going to be able to bypass the Steel typing, as this is a really good situation. This is a really good way to start the game off, because right now what I think is gonna happen is just us potentially exchanging rocks. Yeah, I think I definitely really like the prospect of that happening right now. Alternatively, I could go out in my Zapito Wapito. But at the same time, you know what? If he wants to get hazards up on my face, I can match that tempo. Like, I ain't got no problem doing that right now. Although I guess I could have gone in my Zapdos as well, to be completely honest. It's hard to say, but he is going to opt to set up his rocks, which is fine. I am going to do just that as well. Yes. Yeah, maybe Zapdos was the play there. It's hard to say. But I definitely like pressure, putting the pressure on him, so I'm gonna try to get my bands up as well. Right, so I mean, okay, so he's gonna hard swap out, which is fair. I can't say I know for certain which Pokemon he would want to go out into. He's gonna go out into his Bounce Man. Okay. I mean, that's fine with me, to be completely honest. That is fine with me entirely, because yes, the grassy terrain is going to be able to end right now, which is obviously unfortunate. However, what's stopping me from going back out in my Maui again, right? How exactly does he touch this? Yeah, I'm gonna go back out in my Maui again, to be completely honest. Like I said, I think I can afford to play this game a bit slow. I 100% think I can afford to play this game a bit slow, because, like, you know, I put his Empoleon on a timer, and if I'm allowed to, I'll put his entire team on timer if I must. But yeah, he's gonna be able to get another Volt Switch off, which is fair. My Rillaboom is starting to take some damage though, so maybe it would be in my best interest to discern exactly how to proceed with the rest of this game from here, for sure. But knowing exactly what tech you are, and also the fact that you're gonna go out into, like, if you go out in your Petron, I will understand who outspeeds who, because I have the grassy terrain and the Stealth Rock to assist me in being able to make that so. Unless, of course, you happen to be heavy duty boots yourself, in which case I will not be given any information, period. Which you happen to not be, as Skyla is going to be able to recover first. Okay, that's fair. That is completely fair. But, I mean, I think he's kind of in a position where he has to double. But should I do that, though? I don't think I should, to be honest. But I will, because I don't care. Okay, he foul plays here. Ooh, okay. So, not the best start. No, definitely not the best start. What was that? What was that, bro? Come on. Okay, no, I definitely 100% predicted there. I 100% predicted there, which is not good, actually. Definitely not good at all. Yeah, that was very silly of me. You know, in times like this, Uzi, just make the best play. Like, literally. Well, like, what are we doing here? Regardless, he cannot touch this, and if he stays in, he's gonna get boomed. So I am just gonna... I mean, I think he would want to go out into his Redux regardless. I think he would like to go out into his Redux regardless, so I want to punish that. Yep. Out comes the Empoleon Lover 5000. But he is on a timer himself, so, like, whatever happened in terms of the last game, in terms of, you know, him just being a very annoying Pokemon to handle, is not necessarily going to happen. But also at the same time, look at that damage. Huh. I wonder if the next one kills. Shoot, I mean, if he lets me, I'm gonna take it. Because the sooner I'm able to get the Moral Spin up and get the hazards off his side of the field, of my side of the field, the sooner my life becomes, like, 10 times easier. So that is what we're gonna do right now. Because otherwise, like, the only thing that happens is just me literally toxic farming his entire squad, right? Out comes the Cosmo. Okay, he's gonna bring out his Hisuian Samurott, which I don't hate at all, because I will be able to get information off in terms of, you know, okay, I get a nasty crit off, so that thing is 100% as assault vest as it gets. Fair. However, I'm gonna go back out in my Addy here, and I am just gonna, like, try and pressure him as much as I can, really. I definitely think, with the exception of how I played the Rillaboom and let it take the damage that it 100% did not need to at all, we're in a pretty decent spot, yeah. Seaside Sedge is gonna come off. That is going to do very good damage to me, but I'm also going to be able to really start, you know, putting the pressure on them big time. But right now, I think what is best for me right now, what is best for business, is pulling a hard double. Because if I can get his Mr. Belly or whatever have you, that would be really nice, right? Alternatively, he could make the choice of swapping out into his Badman, the Landorus. But why would you do that when I can just, you know, hit you really hard with a play rough or whatever, right? I don't think you stay in. I do not think you stay in, period. So I'm gonna double back out of my Glimmer. Yeah. I mean, if he lets... Maybe I should... Yeah, bro, what are you doing, man? You really shouldn't be doing this. Okay, cool. He's gonna swap out. Into that was the question. He's gonna bring out his Bounce Man, as this is really nice. This is really nice for sure. If he makes... If he allows me to take... Like, you know, get the Moral Spin off or whatever, that would be really nice. So if I was him, I would 100% make the choice to try and make sure that, you know, hazards, like the hazards on my side of the field stay 100%. Yeah, I'm gonna Earth Power. Yeah, cool. He's gonna swap out. I really don't think the Landorus is supposed to show up. Yep, he's gonna bring out his Redux, the Empoleon, and he's gonna let this thing go down to me, which is really good. Because the next time my Glimmer is gonna come in, I'm gonna be able to get the freest of Moral Spins off, which is sick. So down goes the Empoleon. A good start, but obviously hazards are on my side of the field, so I cannot, you know, I cannot count my chickens before they hatch. His Bounce Man is the very annoying Pokemon for me to have to handle. So maybe I'll regret this, maybe I won't, but I don't know. I don't particularly feel like I need my Zapdos to win this game. Like that's what's circulating through my head right now at this moment in time. So let's see how he you know, does this.
Oh no.
Okay, he's gonna Rock Slide me. Okay, very good play. Very good play on my opponent's part. However, I mean, I can just go on my Darkrai here. I feel like Darkrai is a very, very free switch in to make. So yeah, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go out in my Void right now. I am gonna go hard out into this Pokemon here and now. As what I am gonna do is take this as the chance to... First of all, I'm just gonna go for an Ice Beam. And second of all, I kind of regret my play because if he happens to be the item which I am fearing, I mean, like if he makes the choice of stacking off his Nest or whatever, then this is where this could potentially bite me in the ass big time, which I can't say I really like per period. No, he's gonna bring in his Bounce Man. Okay. In that case, I can't say I know for certain what the play was there. Yeah, because the Electromorphosis is gonna happen. The Electromorphosis is gonna happen, which is very, very unfortunate because I do not have a ground type to come in. Actually, no. If he's Scarf or whatever, then that could also be bad, which could also indicate why he went for Rock Slide in the first place. So that's another thing for me to keep in mind for sure. Yeah, I definitely did not play the best with my Rillaboom here. But it seems like I'm kind of in a position where I gotta sack this boy off anyways. So, yeah. Not necessarily the most ideal situation, I would say. Ouch. Ouch. Yep. I'm gonna let this thing go down, which is very, very unfortunate for sure. You guys, yeah, he can just go for easiest Volt Switch. Like it's easy business for him, period. Maybe a conversation could have been had about going out into another Pokemon, which would have to be my Tinkaton, because yeah, Tinkaton kind of feels redundant right now. So that was probably a very big misplay on my behalf. However, this is going to put him in a spot where he has to go back out into his Landorus Calracian. I mean, I kind of have to go out in my Rex regardless, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go out in my Rex. You do not know my set. You do not know my secrets. But what you do know is that you will not enjoy this. So I'm just gonna chuck a Flippy right now. Yeah, it's a very tough situation. It's still, I mean, it's hard to say. It's really hard to say how this match is gonna go, especially with the play that I made, because I do think that Tinkaton was 100% the sack there in that case. But let's see who he goes out into. He's gonna go out into Skyla the Petron, and this is fine. This is honestly more than fine with me. Because A, if you are Rocky Helmet, you are going to dox yourself right now. Look at that damage. I get a crit off. I'm sorry, bro. But also, I now get the freest moral spin of my life. So it's not looking inherently bad, like Doomord bad, but it's also not looking the best either, honestly. Regardless, I'm just gonna get my moral spin off here. You are a fat Skyla, so that's just another thing for me to keep in mind. Okay, so he's gonna let me do this. Okay. I mean, you are poisoned now, so the Darkrai endgame just looks very threatening and potent here now. So that's another thing for me to, you know, keep in my data bank right now. As you're gonna try and recover, that's fine. Like, I'm recovering with you, and I also have far more HP investment. So with that in mind, I do believe that, like, what do you do here? I feel like I just keep spamming Toxic on you. It might be still be somewhat of a problem, but I'm gonna go out in my Rex here, to be honest. Yeah, because I feel like his way of trying to get back here in this game is trying to, like, force progress with his Landorus Incarnate. So that's why I think he might make the swap out to that. Yep, he's gonna double. Please go out into your Landorus, bro. Cosmo, who the hell is you? Okay, it's Aisuyan Samurott. I think that's fine. Yeah, because I recover health first, not you. Cool. I recover health first, not you. So, I mean, I'm just gonna close combat you, bro. He's gonna hard swap out though into who though is the question. Is it gonna be Skyla? No, he's gonna. Okay, so he's gonna make the choice of stacking off his Iron Valiant, which is fair, and also you do not resist that × 4 or whatever have you. So, okay, yeah, this is really good damage. Really good damage. Because you are choice banded 100% of the time, and B, I can just go for the freest of flip turns of my life. The question is whether you survive this or not, and you might just, unfortunately, which would then obviously force a sack from my end. So unfortunately, I might be forced to sack off a Pokemon, unless of course you get fully paralyzed or whatever have you, which could happen, you never know. But I am now in a position where I have to chuck a Flippy. It is not going to be able to pick you off, as unfortunately I'm now in a position where I must switch out into not my Glimmer. What the fuck, bro? Don't do that. I'm gonna go out in my Addison, yeah. I'm gonna go out in my Addy, see exactly what he wants to do. Yep, he's gonna break through. He's gonna be able to get a CC off. He's gonna be able to pick me off. Unfortunately, unfortunate. As I don't know. To be honest, I have no idea how the rest of this match is gonna go. But the things to keep in mind is that his Cosmo is about to die. Like, his Cosmo is 100% about to keel over. His Pecharon is poisoned. The only thing that needs to be neutralized is that stupid Bellibolt of his. Yeah, I think Rex is a fine play to make right now. Alternatively, I could go out in my Void here. Just get a free ice. No. Just go out into your Rex, bro. I'm gonna go out in my Rex, and I feel like it's still a net positive, all things considered, that I was able to, you know, keep HP on this, because this will be a very huge part of ensuring that I can potentially win this game. So yeah, I'm gonna pick you off with a Jet Punch. Goodbye, sir. You shan't be missed. As right now, who do you go out into is the question. Out comes the Bounce Man himself, yes, with the heavy duty booty. Yeah, this Pokemon is mad annoying, bruh. Okay, how do I play around you? Because you still have, unfortunately, you still have more Pokemon than I do, which I can say is a good sign, period. I mean, I have to go out in my Glimmer regardless, right? It would be a choke if he makes the choice to recover. Okay, no, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. It's hard to say. It is genuinely really hard to say as of this moment. Okay, no, he slacks off. Cool. I mean, if you're gonna let me do that to you, bro, I'm 100% not going to object to that. If I can get a Toxic off, that would be the best thing possible right now. Out comes the Cosmo. Oh man, yeah, I forgot how much health you have. Ooh, okay. This might complicate things just a little bit, actually. This might unfortunately complicate things just a little bit, because what's stopping him from getting a ceaseless edge off, right? Nothing, actually. Yeesh. Yeah, that might have been like some lack of foresight from my end and not considering that damage calcs that happened. Can you miss your ceaseless edge, bro? No, he's gonna go for a knockoff. That's fair. He's gonna miss it. He's gonna be able to knock off my assault vest, which is obviously very unfortunate as it is. However, I don't think this is Omega, Doomard, whatever bad just yet, because mainly because of the fact that so as long as I have priority by my side, I should hypothetically be able to best you. Yeah, no, I have to CC you. Okay, no, he's gonna let this thing go. Cool. So I'm gonna be able to take down his Hisui and Samuroto, which is nice. Obviously, losing my assault vest is very, very unfortunate for sure. However, I don't think this is like it's not Omega Doomard. It's 100% not Omega Doomard. Because yes, the bounce man is gonna come out and he's just gonna be like an annoying scumbag for me to face. I don't know, the Landorus feels very scarfed. And I 100% wanna keep my priority and keep priority on my side. So your Petron was parting shot, it was foul play, it was recover, and it's probably malignant chain. Because I close combated. I will die if I. Oh, cool. Yeah. I do want to get at least some chip damage off on this thing. Because yeah, Electromorphosis is very, very stupid and very, very broken. But some chip damage off on this thing might go a long way in helping me win this game potentially. Like, at least that's the argument I'm choosing to make here and now. Cool. As Glimmer is going to be able to survive that thanks to my very ridiculously high amount of SPDEF investment. Shout out to TJ for that. And also my idea because I told him to make it SPDEF. As Batman, the Landorus is going to come out. Okay, so I actually survived that with my Rex. I actually survived this with my Rex, so I think that is what I'm going to potentially do. Although maybe that was probably the wrong play to make. Oh man, it's hard to say. It is very, very hard to say. Because I survived Adamant Scarf. Yeah, I 100% survived Adamant Scarf EQ. I mean, I think I kind of need to just smack him with a jet punch, regardless, right? Yeah, he's gonna have to swap out. Maybe I could have chucked a Flippy. I don't know, but like I've already made so many aggressive predictions in this game. Like, it's starting to become a very, very, very insurmountable amount of predictions. As okay, I'm gonna be able to get a crit here too, which is very, very unfortunate for my guy. I'm really sorry about that, Mr. Joseph. As right now, I mean, can Glimmer survive? Like, I have 0 IVs. I survive a foul play, which is nice for sure. So I'm just gonna chuck a Flippy again. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That does nothing. The hell? So definitely a disproportionate level of assessment from my end in terms of how much damage what was doing. But okay, he's gonna go for a foul play. I should survive that. Yep, I survived that. Cool. So my Darkrai can win actually, which is the most insane thing which is the most insane thing to say. Why would it be insane, bro? This thing's a freaking kill leader. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna go for a power gem here. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. If you want to go on your Batman or your Mr. Belly or whatever have you, like, be my guest. But this is really good, I think. Power gem coming out of the asshole, as he's gonna die the next time he comes in for sure. But also with the amount of damage that Petroran took, I think I can win. But can I though, is the question. Because my Darkrai basically cannot take any damage, period. Like absolutely it cannot, period. I'm gonna power gem. I'm gonna let this thing go down. Yep. Earthquake is gonna pick him off. Glimmer did all-timer work, honestly. Glimmer did genuinely all-timer work. Like that power gem damage was absolutely phenomenal, for sure. As now, I'm gonna make the choice of going out into my Rex. You are Scarf, my guy. Like, there's no conceivable universe where you're not choice Scarfed. So, yeah, bearing that in mind, I'm just gonna Jet Punch you. Huh? Okay. Skylight is gonna sack this thing off. Okay. No, wait, hold on. You die to stealth rocks. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep attacking you, bro. I'm 100% gonna keep attacking you until you pick me off. Cool. Like, close combat is my hardest hitting move here, so that is what we're gonna go for. Yep. That's really good damage, though. What a great Pokemon. Rex has honestly done insanely good work here. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Okay. I hear you. The Reflect is crazy business, though, for sure. The Reflect is 100% crazy business. But I'm just gonna keep attacking you, my guy. Like, straight up. No, wait, what am I doing? Come on. Your Slack Off, your Volt Switch, your Reflect. Okay, you got me. Oh my god. Very good prep. Very good prep, bro. Okay. So Electromorphosis does not get registered in the showdown damage calc for whatever reason. But yes, that is unfortunately where we're at right now. Okay, I don't know. I can't say I know for certain, but I'm gonna go for a nasty plot. If I survive a Volt Switch or whatever, maybe. Okay, no, he goes for a Toxic. Okay. He goes for a Toxic. All right, Void. I'm gonna need you to pull through for me, big dog. I'm gonna need you to pull through for your boy right here and now. Okay. Come on. All right, Void. Come on. Dark Bolt is gonna come up. It is. Look at, man, this thing is so really good. Such a good Pokemon. He's gonna Slack Off. Okay. Come on, Void. One more 30% chance. One more 30% chance, please. Come on. You can do this, Void. Come on. Okay, another Electromorphosis. Oh my dear me. What is this game, bro? I think I lose, actually. Potentially. I don't know. But regardless, this was a great set. Honest to God, I can't even be too mad or sad about it, for sure. All right, come on. Oh wow, this thing is so good. All right, GG's. Oh my God. Wow, holy smokes. Okay, now they're very well played by Mr. Joey. He did it. Now I can't even be upset about that. That was an amazing finals through and through. It's 100% unfortunate for sure that we're not going to be able to win this game, win the finals against my eternal rival, but he got me. My guy got me for sure. As this one more final layer of Toxic is going to be able to take me down. And just like that, the Thunderclap Titans are unfortunately going to lose once again in finals to my guy. He played really well. This was an exceptional game through and through. He played to his outs. He did everything right in terms of being able to get himself in a position where he was able to win. And I can't fault my guy for that. Okay, like I generally cannot be upset about that. It's unfortunate that we couldn't take it home, but Mr. Belly was 100% the MVP for my guy. But yeah, it was an amazing season through and through. I'm so glad that for my first season back after 8 months, I was able to reach finals for the 5th season in a row. And even though I could not win the championship, I have no regrets whatsoever in losing to my brother, Mr. Joseph Fontaine, Joshua, Pokémon MD Anthony. You earned that one, buddy. But yeah. It seems some stories are simply meant to be continued. But I'm grateful nonetheless because it gives me something to work towards the next time around. This will be my last singles draft league season of Scarlet and Violet, for which I thank you all for being with me throughout this journey. Truly, you all have changed my life for the better, and I look forward to seeing where we go from here. But if there's something I can say for certain, it's that Draft League is truly the peak of competitive Pokemon. And even though I couldn't take this one home, I can honestly say that I got no regrets.
Hey Uzi, big fan. I hate to be dropping in on you like this, but if you had Endeavor Palafin, as I've been reliably informed was on earlier builds, didn't you just win?
Oh, motherfucker!